Why, hello. 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 I just woke up from a nap. Yeah. And I changed my shirt because I think there's something wrong with that other shirt I was wearing. It's kind of a little bit itchy. I think I need to wash it with some vinegar or something. That's what you do, right? To get it like super clean, you know? Like I should probably take a vinegar bath. I don't know. I don't know what kind of chemicals are on my skin. What kind of chemicals am I washing my eyes with? There's stuff in the water. There's chemicals in the water. Probably, man. Jeez. Everything everything catches up to me sooner or later. I find out there's some kind of problem or I'm just not really doing what I should do. Like I think I ate too much pizza. And I don't really think that's my fault. Look, I went and got a pizza. I ate a couple pieces. I made a video. Then I got home and it was just sitting there and I had a couple more. And then I was just like, oh, oh man, I think I had one too many pieces. But you know what? The pizza was just too good, you know? And then I go just lay down for a second. I'm just like, yeah. Oh, I just need to lay down for a second, you know? And then I just fall asleep. And then I just woke up. And then I'm like, oh my God, I have to make a video. And I'm just like, I don't want to have that tired face. I don't think my tired face is that bad right now, but I kind of had to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to do what you got to do. So I'm over here, living my ordinary lame life that I do because that's just the way it is. Seems like no matter what I come up with, it's just always just a knockoff of something else. I don't know. It seems like that. It seems like there's just nothing left to really do. It's so weird, isn't it? You want to find your way in life, and then it just seems like it's just not happening. Just not happening for me. I constantly feel like nothing's working out or ever going to work out. So it doesn't really matter if I'm disappointed because I'm always disappointed. Like, what's new? What's new? What's new? But I think it's all kind of coming back. Like maybe you just can't eat that much pizza anymore, man. You know what I mean? Like, good thing I didn't get two of them. I guess, if I wasn't single, I wouldn't have this problem. You know what I mean? I'd at least have someone to share with it. I could share the pizza. Because that's kind of my problem. If I buy a package of cookies, then I might just sit here and just, especially if I have milk. It's like, oh man, don't give me that. I can't let those sit around my house. That's why I don't buy them. I don't have any sweets. You know what I mean? Can't have those laying around my house. Jesus. You know, I'm over here doing these food videos. I mean, I wasn't really trying. Like, I don't really think people want to hear you talk about your weight or, your food problems. Problems. I don't really think I had a problem. I just, I want some pizza every once in a while. You know what I mean? It just happens. And I guess, you kind of to get the best value, you kind of got to get a lot of pizza. I don't know. That's what they do to you too. That's what the pizza places do. They're like, you know, we'll offer you a deal, but you're gonna have to buy a little bit more. You know what I mean? Can't just get one little thing. Actually, I could have got that like pizzone thing, whatever the little whatever you call it. I don't even know. Little pocket pizza, the little giant hot pocket. Actually, that probably would have been the way to go. Actually, now that I think about it, that's probably like the perfect little thing for one person. Is just you know, little thingy, little pocket pizza thing. Um, yeah, but I have my moments. I have my moments. I just had to think about everything, and just like every bleak moment, and how I've essentially just cut my everything off. I've cut everything off so I can live a life of of what I want to live. Which is kind of funny because it's like it seems like it's so hard for a creative person to make a living. It's just like it's damn near impossible. You should never rely on it as a main source of income. You should never rely on it as a job. You know, unless you're just like that good, you know? You got to be like that good. You really do. Like if you really want to make things work, you got to be like that good, you know? I don't know. I'm never surprised though. Like I said, if he's like seems like I'm never really impressed with anything that I do anymore, and I really don't feel like I ever really get anywhere. You know, I just always feel like it's just like almost like I'm being scammed. You know, like it's all a scam. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny how you can be so inspired to do something, but you don't really get it. You you don't understand. You know, you don't understand. It's funny. It's funny because like there's a couple people out there, right? Like there's some people that get rich off of like acting or writing, blah 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 blah. But you know, it's only like a few people. There's like a handful of people that are like probably super rich, and then it's less and less. You know, like as you go up, it's less and less people, and you go down, getting paid less and less and less and less and less. I don't know if I'm really here to shed the reality, and that's probably the fun. That's the funny part. I think everybody's so surprised. Why is this guy so damn happy? Look at this guy. He's so damn happy. How is this guy so happy? There's no way he's like living in a mansion off of this. There's no way. There's no way this guy's like, you know what I mean? This. How is this guy so happy? Jeez. That's the crazy part, dude. It's like. You know, so just sit here and do jokes until you're exhausted every night. Just sit here, comedy, comedy, comedy. Just do it until you're, you know, until you just fall over, going into convulsions. You know what I mean? Just overdose on too much comedy. Just like, geez, man, geez. I don't know. I think I'm a little bit negative though. I think I'm a little bit, you know. I think you got to be a little bit more optimistic. You know, like I'm me, so that counts for something. You know what I mean? Like I'm me, so that makes me, I think, a little bit more lucky. You know what I mean? But I think eventually, you know, if I put something off or I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, eventually it's just gonna bite me right in the ass. You know, it's just gonna be like, hey, you know what you've been doing. You know, like me just sitting here, you know, doing my thing, trying to work on stuff. You know, it's almost like, well, you got to sacrifice your friendships. You got to sacrifice everything, probably. And then it's almost like, wait. Why are you sacrificing stuff, man? You're not that gifted. You're not that gifted. You're not gifted enough to make it in this. Okay, look, man, it's a sad world. Okay, it's a sad. You should have tried to do something else. You should have been a little bit more serious. I mean, at least it's a little bit more secure. You know, like you get a degree and you get this job. It's got to be a really good job though for it to really count. You know. Like if you're gonna do a lot of work, like it's got to be worth it, you know? Because it seems like, you know, people all the time they do so much work and they just end up empty-handed, you know? It's almost like they didn't get anywhere, you know? Like people just, you know, some people work their whole lives and they work their fingers to the bone and they pretty much just throw their body at this occupation, right? And then they wake up and it's, oh man, their body is destroyed. What's left of them now? Jeez, man. You know? And that's kind of the predicament because it's like, well, okay, well, go work a call center job or something. Go, you know, work a cashier your entire life, you know, or something like that. You know? It's like, man, it seems so boring, you know? I don't know. I don't know. But you think about like just doing comedy, and it's like, well, you're kind of gonna be doing like the same thing over and over, honestly. If you think about it, like that's all it really is. It's comedy is just doing kind of, you know, if you can actually be successful with it, you're probably gonna be doing like different funny stuff, right? Like it's gonna be different, right? But that's all you really do is you just do like different funny stuff. So essentially, that becomes the same thing. All you're doing is something else. Try 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 something else. And so, it's like, well, who are you kidding? It's all catching up with you. It's all catching up with you. You know, it's got to be a pretty epic. I think you got to be pretty groundbreaking to make it in comedy. Like, it's got to be like a very epic thing, epic surge. Like, a lot of people are going to feel it. I feel like if you're really going to make it, people are going to feel it. Like, there's going to be some commotion, you know? They're going to be like looking at you. Even if it's just online. That's kind of funny because that's what happens online. It's like the way people look at you, like they see you, they're like it sends a shiver down some men's spine. Oh my God. Do you know what you have to do to be able to accomplish that? Just so impressed. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my. Well, I think the main thing that really gets people is when someone gets rich. Because then people can really start being jealous. That's kind of the funny thing too is, at least if you're not rich, right? If you're poor, like most everybody else, pretty much poor. Like even if you got some money, you're probably just poor anyway. I mean, you might as well just call yourself poor. Like you can't really afford a lot, man. You can't really like blast off to Jupiter or something. I don't know. You don't own a big piece of something. I don't, you don't own a giant donut, or something. I don't know. Giant donut water slide. You don't have your own water park, so that's okay. It's hopeless. It's hopeless. It's hopeless, dude. Jeez, man. Do you realize? But yeah, that's kind of the thing about being rich. Like everybody that's rich, people hate them. And anybody that's trending on social media, a lot of people hate them too. That's just what happens, dude. That's just what happens. And I know like some people like them and some people don't care. And I think some people are kind of living in the fantasy land of it. Like, you feel it. You really feel it, when someone has money, you know what I mean? That's when you really start to feel it. You're like, damn, okay, yeah. Yeah, they got it. They took it there. They took it to the extreme. Because that's what you really got to do. It's like extreme performing. Like, I think if you really want to bring it, you got to like extreme, dude. I mean, like you're willing to like lose an arm or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably not going to happen, but I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be the one to go there. Like, I'm going to go there. So, you know, it's whatever, dude. It's kind of funny how that works. Because it's like, I used to always see people online, and some of them I liked, and some of them I just hated. I didn't like them at all. Like, it's not that like, it's a respectable, it's a respectable hatred. I almost feel like you can't hate anything anymore. You know what I mean? Like as soon as you like say that, hey, I hate this, it's like, dude, you're just a hater. What the hell? What the hell? Like you can't do it. It's like you can't really do it anymore. It almost seems like. But then again, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of living in a delusion or something. An illusion of what I think the internet is and the people there. Like I almost assume like everybody's just good people, and as long as I do certain things, and they're gonna respect me because I'm a decent guy. And it's like I don't know. They probably just want to see you scam and go to jail or something. I don't know. Like some people, it's like that's cool. I almost think that's the reason why, some people like they do something like hideous, like some kind of scam or something, and it almost seems like it doesn't affect them. Like some of them, there's a lot of people that have done some stuff like that, and you know, it's just like shady stuff. It's like but yeah, so like the scam stuff. It's like I think people want to see that. I think it's funny. You know what I mean? Like Like you almost think like someone on the internet is like a respectable person or someone you can trust, right? Because they got all this attention, right? Like, why would they do wrong? Why would they want to screw that up? And then they just just hustle you. You know what I mean? Just hustled, just hustled. I almost think like some people want to get hustled. You know what I mean? Like you just want to be a part of the experience. You know? You just want to have the shit end of the stick. You just want to be on the bad side of it. You know, that's probably the truth of it too. That's why I think like some people they're like, even though they're never gonna get anywhere on the internet environment, they just kind of keep going. You know, they're just like, yeah, I love this. I like being nobody online. It just feels good. You know, it actually is kind of addicting. Like even if people aren't clicking on your videos or anything, or like no matter what you're doing, it's almost nice to just be free and just do like for me, I think what I found out is you can kind of act however you want as long as you're willing to kind of, risk that kind of those relationships and friendships, you know what I mean? Because some people might not want to like be your friend. Like, I don't know you. I don't know you. I don't know you. I think that's why a lot of people just won't really act out of the ordinary or they're just like kind of keeping it casual, you know what I mean? Like I don't really need to act like an insane moron, start yelling stuff because that's what I started to do. Like it's kind of funny though because if people don't see you or hear your voice, there's no way they know how you really are. Like they don't really know how you're saying something. It's just a reality. Like when you send a text to someone, you don't really. It's kind of confusing because people are always sending LOL, but they're not even laughing out loud. You know, you just send like LMAOF or whatever. You laugh my ass off, and you're not laughing that hard, are you? It was just something that you just were like, yeah, that's laugh my ass off worthy. So I'm just gonna say it, which is kind of confusing, when you're having a conversation. It's like you're lying to me. You're lying. You didn't LOL. Maybe you did. I don't know. It's a big mystery. So confusing. So confusing. I guess for me, I just didn't realize like what some people have been through. And when they start to talk to me and I'm an insane person, or at least this is kind of the way it was before, because I was pretty crazy. I kind of was like, I was in a psychedelic mushroom dimension of my own. You know what I'm saying? I don't do drugs. I wasn't doing drugs. I was just saying I was a little bit off. Okay. Right now I'm pretty decent. But I don't really see it, like people are living real lives, man. They gotta think. They gotta like they have responses. Just like how, a relationship becomes like a dirty game. Like a dirty game of revenge, it's a back and forth little squabble. Almost like you're pretending anymore, it's not even a real conversation you're having. It's more like, you know, punishment. Punishment. I feel like some people have ignored me because it was a punishment. But I didn't even realize it. I'm like, you're ignoring me? What did I do? I thought we were cool. Like, geez, just messing around. Apparently, they didn't appreciate the way I, came off, some people. But yeah, like me, I would kind of just go crazy and kind of just like basically what happened to me was it was like a lot of people around me found out like, hey, this guy's got like mental issues or something, because I was on medications and I'm not anymore. Like I'm cool. People don't even understand it. Like, hey, is this guy off his meds? Because some people need to be medicated. You know what I mean? They're like schizo or something. You know, and that's what I was considered. But doctors can diagnose you with different things, and some people are just temporary schizophrenic, and that's kind of what I was. I know I don't really want to say that because it's almost kind of dumb to say it now, is because it doesn't even make sense. Because one doctor said I had psychosis. One said I had schizophrenia. One said I had schizoaffective. So I mean, I was on medications. I was pretty loopy. But I knew a guy, right? He was considered schizophrenic or whatever. And online, it was just so terrible because he would say all these things and no one would like him on Facebook. And he would just keep saying stuff. And then I kind of turned into that. I was up on Twitter and, for a while I was making jokes and just trying to get likes and stuff. And like, I was legitimately like trying to, you know, adventurous Twitter guy, gonna try to prestige and grow up on the ranks and try to get followers. Yeah, no, no, no. And of course, a lot of it's fake anyway. You see like someone trending on there. It's like someone's got like 500 accounts going. They got a team of people working to say things about them. Just like the whole fake views stuff. All that fake view noise, which I don't even bother. I'm just like, probably should though, right? That's how some people make themselves trend, dude. That's how they get it there. I feel like it only goes so far though. Like you got a good music video or something, you got a groundbreaking song, hell yeah, yeah. That's what you need. I wish I could do it right now, but I'm just like I'm too occupied with too much stuff. I wish I could sit here and make some music or make some cartoons and really devote myself to it, but it's just like, man, it's just too much work. No, I can. I'm just trying to make these food videos right now, but yeah, I was kind of seen as like a crazy person because I started to say things, and then I made a couple jokes that were a little bit, like I started to just like kind of go to like I was really just being an asshole. Like I was just being mean, and I was just like roasting everything, kind of participating in it, and then eventually I was like, you know what? I realized it. It's all there too. The entire history. It's kind of like people could look at that and be like, yeah, this guy's crazy. He's so desperate. He's desperate and crazy and blah 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 blah. And it's like I just had, and that's the funny part. I had so many good jokes too. I always have so many good jokes, and it's just like people just don't, they just don't want to. They don't want to give it to me. I don't know. I got cursed. I pretty much got cursed, especially on Twitter, and so I don't know those other social medias. I don't know. It seemed like the only way I would do well is in a video because people can't really understand me unless they see me. Or at least if I do a cartoon, there's some, like I said before, it's like they need some kind of thing because it's like, what is this guy saying? That was kind of the thing. It's like, I can't really exist here. I can't do this. But I feel like if you have fans on other social medias, they're gonna kind of come from some kind of video or something or some music or something, right? Like there's gonna be some kind of entertainment that you bring them over from, right? That people start to recognize you. Like no one really recognizes me. No one knows who I am. There's no reference point. There's no like, you know what I mean? So I was trying to build that up, but it's kind of hopeless, you know what I mean? Like I did game streaming for a while. Sometimes I would like be new to a game and I'd be streaming it and I would just be playing bad. I wouldn't be a good player because I didn't play the game that much. Because people want you to play a game for like 10 years, be like super elite soldier, of that game. And it's just like, I guess I was a little bit late to the party. No, I don't know. I'm just the type of gamer I am. Like I'll grind on something for a while and then I'm done. I don't want to go like super esports mojo. I wish I could. That's so much work though. That's only for like the people that get like obsessed about a game and just don't want to let it go. They need to fulfill that ego, That's what they're there to do. So I don't know. I never really kind of got to that point. I guess I missed out on my life because I was, I was struggling for a while. I actually missed out on life a lot. I guess I don't really mean to lay down my whole story here, but this is a podcast. I need something to talk about, right? But yeah, it catches up to you, man. Eventually, you don't like. For me, it's like eventually I didn't even realize what was going on. Like I guess the main thing I found out is you kind of gotta just like chill out or something. You gotta like, and that's the funny thing is I didn't want to be like everyone else. Like you just sit here and you just like in order to like say something good or post something good, you have to wait for like a right moment, right? When something comes and then you say it, right? But I was like, I went into this mode where I'm like, I'm just gonna say whatever's on my mind, and I'm gonna keep dabbling it out, and I'm not gonna care. And it was kind of like it's out of sync with everybody. It's like it's so weird. It's almost like everybody's just like regular in their natural habitat, hanging out. Like if you just think about like a bear or something, just like rolling around the grass, kind of sitting there, just hanging out, in a field or something. Or a deer just like eating some grass. You know what I mean? How can you eat grass and turn that into muscle anyway? That's pretty incredible. Why can't we do that, man? I could mow my lawn with my mouth. You know, I just go mow my lawn, and there we go. There we go. I got my popcorn. Put some butter on that grass. Jeez. But no, like, hey, can you make butter out of different animal fat, like deer butter? Can you make deer butter? I don't even know. It comes from milk, right? Like possum butter. Ugh. Ugh. Hey, do fish breastfeed? That's weird. Do like any fish breastfeed? I don't think they do. But anyways, yeah, it was like I was speaking out of turn. You know what I mean? But here's the thing: is I feel like social media is constantly in a succession of this is the way we talk, this is how we kind of do things, and if you kind of break that cycle, then maybe no one's gonna like you, and you're just gonna be labeled a weirdo, or you're not cool, or you're just not, like maybe I do need to chill. That's what I kind of realized. I'm like, yeah, you can go off, you can start saying all this stuff, just keep on going with it, be a crazy man, be all ego flexing, or act all tough and hard, like you're so hard, like I'm so hard, like I'm a drug dealer or something. You know what I mean? Like I have nothing to fear though. Actually, you know what? Drug dealers are pretty cool. I feel like drug dealers are like they're cool because like they know the streets. You know what I'm saying? They know what capital is. They're not gonna blab their mouth online. Like that's another thing is you start blabbing your mouth online, you give away everything. You start giving away everything, But they could probably listen to everything on you're saying on your phone either. So as long as you don't say it aloud, you can keep it inside your head. No, don't type it on anything with an internet connection. Only write down on a notepad. I sound like some crazy dude. I sound like some crazy dude. But no, like you know, it's crazy because that's the way I felt. I was like, dude, like I swear that what I'm saying and what I'm doing is super funny. Like I promise you guys, But no, it seemed like not a lot of people were picking up on it, you know. And so I started to do videos and then shorts came out, TikTok and all that, and it was a little better. It was a little better, but honestly, still pretty hard. Still pretty difficult. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know, man. Like some people get lucky, and then now it's almost like everything's turning into like trend to pay. Like you got to pay if you want to get seen. Pay to have an opinion. That's basically what it is now. Like you can't even have an opinion. Like we're taking the opinions away from the minority. We're taking the opinions away from poor people. So there's never an uprising. They're never able to say anything to affect all the stuff that's going on. Infringement. I think that's what it is. It's mostly just infringement. Like and that whole kind of conversation. It's like rap music. That's almost like like infringement entertainment. Like at least it went through a phase of it. Diss someone else. Make yourself look and feel better than the other person, other people. Essentially, it is infringe. It's like personality infringement in a way. Like my personality is flexing on all these other personalities, and I'm showing you who the real man is here. Well, I mean, especially with, like freestyle, like if you're like freestyle battling, that's essentially like a infringement challenge, right? I mean, you're trying to diss the other person. That's basically two different businesses, right? Like two people freestyling against each other. That's like two different business trying to infringe on each other. If you think about it, like your personality and your act and everything you have, your skills, your talent as a business, right? Versus this business, you know? So I don't know. I kind of gave up on the whole like just acting like an asshole and just, you know, making fun of everybody and just being like as offensive as I possibly can be. I kind of gave up on that. It was almost a phase, I guess. But a lot of that stuff I did, it was kind of experimental and I was just doing it for fun. Like it wasn't even real. That's what it turned into. You know you're in trouble when you start pursuing fake internet personas, you know? But for some reason I still see the need to be real. Like even now, I'm explaining to people what I'm doing. I'm giving all the know-how. I'm giving you tips. You think Hollywood wants people to know how to act? Think about that for a second. It, if everyone knew how to act, man, not gonna make any money. Actually, I think that's what kind of happened if you think about it. Just think about it for a second, how it's like actors are making less and less money and this and that. Maybe there's just too many, there's too many independent actors out there consuming all the watch time, They used to have it down, They just distribute the movies and the TV. They had TV controlled and then the internet just it's kind of old news though. The internet's been around for a while. Like this is like 40 years of the internet or something. I don't even know. Celebration. Does anybody what's the birthday of the internet anyways? That's a good question. You know. That's what and yeah, it's funny cuz like why are you so happy? Why are you so happy? Yeah, the reason why I'm happy is because I for one, having a positive attitude can mean everything. For two, I mean, I'm independent. So why wouldn't I be happy? I don't have to deal with any studios or any other actors or anybody else. That's such a great thing. It's a pro and a con. But I don't know. It just seems like I don't really. It's none of it's really necessary. I'm just a solo act, man. I can get things done alone. I'm like 10 studios in one, man. Are you kidding me? I do everything. I'm great. Why is that guy so happy? How's that guy so good? But no, yeah, I was kind of acting like a crazy imbecile for a while, but it's pretty funny. And whenever you really get to the dirty side of the internet, it's almost like, I don't know, man. The world we live in almost just seems like a big load of crap. Like, like people are only nice to each other when they have to be, when they're getting paid to do it. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Is someone's nice to you because they're getting paid, right? They're providing you with the service, but they might not like their job. Of course, everybody wants to be some rich hotshot. Everybody really wants it. Okay, people think and say whatever they want. That's what they really want. Everybody really wants that. It's okay though. Like, who cares? Like, you're not gonna get it anyway. No one's getting rich around here, guys. This is the slums of the internet. You know. I don't know. I'm just talking out my ass. Okay, that's one thing I think people don't really get. Like, just let him talk out his ass. He's just talking out his ass. That's okay. That's okay. But I probably need to have it down a little bit better. Definitely don't worry about getting judged at all. That's one thing you definitely need to avoid. But no, it's crazy. Sooner or later you got to learn. Sooner or later life is gonna punish you. It's crazy because you can't just do nothing. If you do nothing, then you're gonna get punished. If you do something, then it's risky. I don't know, but how does that turn you into the hermit phase? Like, I don't really feel like I'm a hermit. I feel like I'm justified. I feel like I'm like, hey, if we took this to court, which is an imaginary court, but if we went to court, right, I would totally be justified in my actions because I'm actually doing something. Like, if you're actually like doing something when you're hermiting, then it's not really hermiting. You're just working. You're just trying to make things happen for you. And even though maybe it's just pointless, maybe you should just give up on it, or hey, at least go spend some time with someone. I don't know, like find a connection somewhere. Everyone's got a connection. Go connect through art. That's pretty much a religion. You know what I mean? Go find an alternative religion. I feel like art is an alternative religion for some people. Like music, art, comedy. It can be like an alternative religion. But but yeah, but if you're actually doing something useful and you're just in your house all the time, that's not really hermiting. That's like, yeah, you get it. Like if you're streaming video games and you're getting paid, that's not hermiting. If you're streaming video games and you're not getting paid and it's really going nowhere, maybe you are just hermiting and it's so bad that no one wants to watch it. Isn't that the thing about some people who play, who stream games? Is you watch them and it's just like such a powerful hermit experience. They're just herming around. That's what they're doing. They're just herming around. That's all it is. Like really look at them and they almost look like they just crawled out of the ocean or something. Do hermits come from the ocean? I don't even know. Lake, pond, ocean, cockroach, insect. Oh no, don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. Don't bring up things people don't want to think about. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, you know? Like, oh my gosh. I watched this person. I was a hermit, watching this game streamer and they inspired me to make my own stream. Here we go. No, I don't know if you get it. Like I think if you're on a stream, you got to look like you're actually outside or something. I don't know. Maybe that's the thing about it. I feel like if it's a good stream, it looks like the person's like not hermiting around. I know it's weird. Like a good stream is like a person that brings a particular energy. And it's really hard. It takes energy to make the energy happen. And for me, I've just tried so many different takes. I've tried so many different variations. And I just feel like for me, it's like I'm actually acting over here. I don't think anyone's really acting. They're not really actors, dude. They don't really think of themselves as actors. They're just like, yeah, I'm a streamer. I'm a streamer. I'm not an actor, though. That doesn't even really work, honestly. That doesn't work. That no wonder why your stream isn't that good. I don't know. Cause like some people, they stream games and they do like one character. Like they have like one setup and that's it. I don't know. You might do a couple voices, a couple different impressions, this and that, but it's like that's all you really have. Like, I don't know. It doesn't really seem like you're like a full on actor. You're not really that hard. You're not really into it. You're not really that hardcore. I feel like a real actor will like experiment with anything. Like they'll take on the big role. You know what I mean? They'll take a bite out of that cheese, man. They'll slap that butter on some bread and be like, "Yeah, I'll take the extra MSG." You know what I mean? They don't mind a little bit extra. They ain't gonna drink diet soda. Diet soda. I don't even have to drink diet soda because I don't drink soda enough to really drink diet soda. I don't really drink soda. I don't need to drink diet soda. What? Can you just buy the fizz and mix some sugar? Can you just make your own soda? Actually, I think you can. I think you actually can. Too much of a chore, though. Who drinks soda? Actually, I fell off with soda for a long time, and now I've been kind of liking it more. Not really that much, though. I can't like chug like gallons a day, like some people. Jeez, that's gonna catch up to you. That's catching up to you. But yeah, what is up with these streamers? What's wrong with them? I think for me, I could basically teach like an acting master class at this point. Like, dude, if I really wanted to, I could try to teach people how to do comedy. Like, I'm legitimately like, maybe that's what I should do. That's what I should do. I should be sensei. I should be a sensei, dude. I should totally be a sensei. That's what I should do. That's what I need to do. God, I actually had a lot of good points on this. I usually don't know what to expect when I hop on these, but I actually have some good points. Because I was actually thinking about that. I'm like, dude, I could actually, like people in the community with aspiring comedian kids, I could take them on. I could I could teach them the way, man. I literally I could. So um I have some kids in my life, I have some nephews, some nieces and nephews, and one of them was showing a little bit of interest, but it's not my kids, so you know, if I had kids, I don't have any kids, okay, and I feel like I should be working on changing that. Like, who cares about all of the problems, or all of the things, you, you know, that are gonna happen because of it? It's like if you have a kid, that's awesome, man. That's the ultimate thing. That's the ultimate. That makes your life less boring. I feel like too. If you have a kid, it's just like they're gonna. It's pretty entertaining to see what they're gonna do. Like what is this kid gonna turn out to be? What is this gonna turn into? What's this kid gonna turn into? Little mutation running around. Yeah, but my own kid, I would be like trying to teach him. Try to be the best I could, like just absolute best. Like true number one dad, not just fake number one dad. Like you give your dad number one dad coffee mug, but he's not that good. That's okay though. He doesn't have to be the best. He could still be second rate and still be number one dad, because you know what? A lot of sleazeballs. But yeah, I could totally do it, man. I could totally do it. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that. Like I think for a person to do something like that, you'd have to be like, you don't have to think it was worth. Like, you'd have to find the chosen one, right? You have to find the chosen one. I could even like coach like adults and stuff. I could do it, man. It's crazy. I just think I've learned so much because I'm a self-taught actor, and of course, there's so much stuff online. Like, you can learn pretty much anything about anything. Colleges can only keep so much information in their schools before it just everything kind of gets online. You know, some people believe that education should be free. There's actually a lot of free college books. There's free college books out there you can get. So don't make any excuses. Don't make any excuses. You do kind of need a person to teach you, though. For me, I was that person who taught me how to do everything. I don't know. I think I learned through other people. I just like their example and stuff, and you know, learned how hardcore it is to be a writer. If you want to be a writer, you got to just sit there and write all the time. That's the only way to get anything good, you know. Um, but yeah, it's crazy, you know. Just straight up hermit, That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to hop on camera and look like some hermit, some hermit guy, just crawled out of his mom's basement or something. You know what I mean? But I do think that some people hop online and they don't really understand what it is to be to do they don't really understand the performing arts. Some people just want to make a video and they pursue this character that comes from himself. That's like a real character, like comes from like real things they believe and think. And it's like, I don't know. Seems like a lot of people are just characters in the world, and it's like, I don't know. It seems like a lot of people have just kind of become desensitized to the idea of it. Like they're almost just all stale, like a stale hermit, like a stale hermit gamer who just has no interest whatsoever. I don't think you understand. You got to put forth some energy. That's the thing with me. I have to constantly remind myself, like, hey, dude, if you're gonna do something, you gotta put some real energy out there. Like this has got to be like this has got to be like shocking. Like it's gotta like electrify people. You know what I mean? Like if you really want it to be worth it, that's the only way to go. You know? A lot of people don't want to do that. I don't even know what they're doing. You know? I don't even know what most people are doing online. It's like they don't even understand what performing is. And so like for me to do this podcast stuff, it's pretty hard, So for me to put on like this electrifying, so, you know, performance driven, like, oh my God, he's doing so much amazing stuff here. Like just the way he's talking, the things he's talking about, his jokes coming in so clean, his impressions, his transitions. Oh my, his resonance with me. He's connecting to the audience. I feel like he's my best friend. And there's nothing in my head that thinks it's a lie. That's what I almost think it is. I almost think like making good videos is just like being a friend to other people. The friend that they could never have that's not even real. I almost feel like that's it. It's pretty much a scam. But if you like doing it, you like doing it. Um, I just think a lot of people in life fall short. There needs to be someone to get paid to present themselves in a particular way that people seem appealing. It's therapeutic to think that there's this good person out there that's joking and it's so happy. And people could ask me like, why are you so happy? It's like, because I have to be. That's kind of the other answer too. It's like, well, there's so many bad things in the world, and it's just a big disappointment. It's like one disappointment after another, so I'm kind of chill with it. I'm kind of okay, but I don't want to be so negative. I don't want that to leak out on anyone. Like, hey, just let's just like, you know, let's not go there. Let's feel good. That's kind of it. If you're online making videos, you probably have to be happy, but that's not really true though. I feel like you have to have some kind of positive energy or something. I don't know. Like it seems like even the evil energy people have, like if you're just like this evil person online, I feel like that's still like some kind of positive force of energy or something. Even though it's like people are so rebellious, they like to rebel against that kind of stuff. Like they want to rebel against everything. They just want to be the opposite. Once you learn that, you can pretty much just give up on believing in anyone, right? Give up hope, right? Thinking that everyone should just be a good person and just follow what you think they should be. It's like, whatever. I don't even know what's going on in their trip or their imagination. They're kind of having their own trip. That's the thing. Maybe you just don't need to disturb it. Maybe they know what they're doing. They know what's going on. They know they're a bad person. And maybe they just can't change. That's them. I think a lot of people are kind of stuck in that. Just kind of that greedy kind of momentum, where you just like trying to make all the right moves and seduce all the right characters. It's like a video game. Real life greed, the video game. Perform the best that you can online. Show people your skills. Showcase your intelligence, your ingenuity, your passion, your interests, your connectedness to the audience. And there you go, sailing on down Wafer Lane, waving at everybody. I did it. I did it. I did it. I did it. I succeeded. I played the game of the internet and won. Look at me. I defeated the odds. I played the game of the internet and won. One chance, one love, one opportunity. Seize everything that you ever wanted. I definitely am not referencing anything. I'm not referencing nothing. But no, it catches up with you, One too many pieces of pizza, One too many days as a hermit, Isn't that kind of funny? Just think about this for a second. Just think about what happens to people. I was talking about this on a podcast episode before, but just think about this for a second. A person getting inspired, right? So you got like a poor person, and of course, maybe their life's kind of depressing, maybe things just never work out, maybe they didn't work hard enough to get a good college degree. So, they're just, this loser, whatever. I don't like to call people losers, but just bear with me. Just hypothetical loser, it's hypothetical situation. And then they watch some amazing actor music video. Someone who just slaved away trying to appeal to different people, Someone who just like put everything in, And then they're like, I'm going to do it. And that's kind of what you see online. But it's just like a bunch of hermit cockroaches, dude. That's what happens. And I really don't want to be that, I worked extra super hard to make sure that I don't end up like just some hermit cockroach, because that's what happens. I'm so inspired. I'm going to put myself online and see if I attract a bunch of attention so I could buy a mansion and get a new car. That's kind of what it's like. But I know it's chill. You don't really have to take it there. You don't have to take it to the extreme. Like, people are just doing what they do. Who cares if they're a hermit, It's completely fine. I feel like it's a genre of its own. Like, I'm just gonna hermit over here and really get nowhere and just make the worst entertainment possible, but I'm okay with that. Eventually I'm gonna be somewhere and you're gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna elevate this experience to somewhere and you're gonna appreciate that. You're gonna appreciate that. I wonder if I did stand-up comedy, if I could just like, I don't even know if I'd need an act. I think I could just like improv the entire thing. But people would probably hate me and boo me off the stage. I'm scared. People are so scary in real life. I would rather hermit out on the internet. The trick is to be an internet hermit, but make people believe you're not, right? So try to make them live a fantasy that takes them out of their internet hermit experience. Because they're internet hermiting, but they want an alternate route. They want an adventure in their living room. Would you like an adventure in your living room? Are you sick of the typical hermit experience? Well, get with this bedazzling experience that'll take you away from your problems and all of your stresses and situations and failed relationships and friendships and life goals and dreams and everything that you ever wanted to have happen. Well, here I am. The ultimate internet fantasy. The ultimate internet comedian. Ultimate internet comedian simulator. Yeah, that wouldn't work out as a game because you'd have to actually write jokes. Or at least do something funny. You don't actually have to write jokes. You know that, right? There's a lot of ways to do comedy without writing anything. Actually, you just kind of, well, if you do an impression, that's still writing though. You're just writing a feeling without putting it down on paper. I don't even know. I'm confused. My hermit brain can't understand any more than this. I've reached my hermit brain capacity. I'm out of here. Ooh.